Wonderful battle for favouritism. They're off. Amamas had no early speed, neither 5 down. One of the first to get going, Desine. Cashel Palace jumped away pretty well. Denishu going forward. They're right across the track. Redback Flyer and also Ginger Green as they try and sort out who wants to lead. D'Amber's going forward as well. It's a shuffle up going into the back nearing the 1200. 5 down, zipping around them. And so he'll take over 5 down. And he goes to the top after being one of the last of them away. Ginger Green settled running second. Redback Flyer third. Over on the outside, trapped a bit wide as a result of that shuffle up is D'Amber. Back on the inside next of all is Desine. A length away Denishu, then Amamas. Cashel Palace drifting right back. And 2 lengths away last of all is Fat Roy Slim. 800 from home and 5 down takes off and is being allowed to run. 5 down led by about 4 or 5 lengths now. Ginger Green racing on the inside of D'Amber. A further 2 lengths Redback Flyer. Desine down on the inside occupying 4th spot. A length away Denishu. Hard ridden is Amamas. Cashel Palace spotting the leader about 8 lengths coming to the turn. Fat Roy Slim whipped them in. Nearing the turn now here at the 400. 5 downs extended the lead. 5 down into the home straight. Can they run it down? Led by 5 or 6 lengths. Redback Flyer. Cashel Palace running on. It's still 5 down, 200 to go. They've got work to do. Cashel Palace, Redback Flyer trying to run 5 down. 5 down stopping. Here's Redback Flyer. Cashel Palace on the outside gets the head in front. Oh, it's a bob. Cashel Palace, Redback Flyer. It dived back right on the inside of Cashel Palace and made it awfully close. 5 down, ran a very cheeky race. Desine behind them, and also Ginger Green, D'Amber, Denishu, Amamas, Fat Roy Slim near the tail. It is tall. It's Redback Flyer, I think. It's close. You can see there was a dive. Redback Flyer gets the dip right on the line. It looked as though Cashel Palace was going to win it, but then all of a sudden its head came up. Redback Flyers has gone down. There's a body length between the jockeys, Lucy Fiore and Chris Parnham. And by virtue of the fact that he's got a very long head, Redback Flyer, he gets the judge's nod by a nose. In 1:35.89. It was close, very close. Redback Flyer, Chris Parnham. The Playing God gelding beats Cashel Palace, Lucy Fiore. Third goes the way of number 9, 5 down. Again, another very good run. Chanel Cooper aboard, 4th placing to 2 Desine. 36.84 the 600 sectional, a nose 1 1/4. The numbers are 6, 3, 9 and 2. You know, tricky finish there. Redback Flyer for Michael Lane out of the Belmont Oaks winner Park D'Amour. Wins for Peter Caporaro and syndicate members. There's plenty that are involved in the ownership of Redback Flyer, who's now got 5 on the board out of 11. Good money spinner beating Cashel Palace, Street Boss Burgoyne Mare, Dan Morton, Lucy Fiore for Shane Stafford. And third money going the way of number 9. 5 down by Better Than Ready from Sumori, Luke Fernie, Chanel Cooper. Well, we'll go to the last now, and lucky I am, number 6 comes out there, the Mrs. Max handicap over the 1100 metres. Tricky finish it was. It was simply just a bob of the heads. 1 up, 1 down, and at the psychological moment, it was Redback Flyer that got his rather large size bounce right down when it needed to be. Here's Lockie Taylor in the yard.
It's hard to believe that photo finish, Darren, when Lucy Fiore and her body is at least a good margin in front of Chris Parnham as they cross the line, and yet it's Redback Flyer that gets the job done in the shadows of the post. That was an incredibly deceptive finish, but a wonderful training performance from Michael Lane, as we touched upon pre-race, Darren. 42 days between runs. It was never going to be easy, especially when they really rolled along throughout. But Michael Laney does it again, and he joins me now. Laney, congratulations on the win. I know you've been always battling with hoof issues and the like with this horse, but when he's at his best, he's a seriously nice horse.
Yeah, look, he's a lovely animal, like I've always said. He's done a good job today. He missed a bit of work because of his foot, and we've been able to give him a couple of gallops back, but he naturally can run a mile pretty easily, so we're pretty lucky like that as well. We come here today with good expectations with our horses. Heidi Guire in the first, run third. She had 4.5 weeks between runs because there's no race for her. And this fella, so I was a bit dubious about probably all of them really. But look, he's got the job done and couldn't be any more proud of him.
Is it frustrating dealing with a horse like him? There's no denying that he has ability. He's a lovely, big, strong type when you look at him in the flesh. But is it really a day-to-day proposition with his feet?
It is, but he'll teach you more as a trainer what I can get away with him because he doesn't need a lot of work. He can, like I say, I might not get to the distance that I want to get to with him, but he can, like I say, he can run a mile. He could probably run 1,400 straight at the paddock, to be quite honest.
How about just a bit of press in the last of the day? Can he go a couple better than we saw a couple starts ago? And he didn't get a great deal of luck last start. Yeah, look, he was pretty unlucky last start, so yeah, he's definitely a chance. I forgot his colours too, so he'll probably win now because he had the club colours on. I'm sure you're a happy man to have your main man, Chris Parnham, back as well.
I thought I'd get that early. Yeah, look, great to have Chris back. Obviously, he said he wasn't coming back till next Wednesday, but yeah, obviously Chris is a part of the team, so yeah, happy days.
He did what the boss told him to do. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. Good on you.
There's Michael Lane, and here's Chris Parnham.
Yes, I've got Chris now, and I think he's pulled up a bit bigger than the horse here. Chris, how are you after a bit of a break?
Good, yeah. Freshen up's always, a good thing to do this time of year. So after the Perth Cup, I was pretty keen to get away, and yeah, I think it did me the world of good.
Nice horse here. He's won 5 from 11 now, but what about that finish? Lucy was actually in front of you on the line, but I think this big horse with his big head probably did the right thing by you.
Yeah, look, I was pretty confident she beat me on the line. I thought she just had the edge over me, but in the back of my mind, I knew he's got a big head and it might help me out, but I still thought she'd beat me. But very surprised and very happy to come back to see our number in the frame.
He's a bit unassuming, isn't he? He's just built up a really good winning record. He has a good racing pattern, but he's still versatile. And to be able to do that, 42 days between runs off a setback, clearly he's a horse with more upside as well.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Like, he's a big lump of a horse, and I think, he's just going to get better as he gets a bit older, I think. Like, he's just never going to be a young horse being that size. And he just seems to keep maturing and keep improving every time he comes back to the races.
Good to have you back. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Chris Parnham. Great to have him back here in the saddle, and he combines with Michael Lane and Redback Flyer to take out the second last here at Ascot. We'll take a short break, and on the other side, we'll be back for race 6 out of Esperance.